Go summon the demon. There's really two things I know I can do now. Block the holes that have the wind blowing through them, but I don't know why I would block them at this point. And other is light up the braziers of summoning with the incense.
Hold this spot! Don't leave it!
Hanari. Summoning me was a big mistake.
Attack!
Fighting like this certainly was a big mistake. So, do we need something from the Tanari then? Some kind of a body part or something.
Get in step! Follow me! Hold this spot! Don't leave it!
I don't think we can avoid the fight, but take from evil will still be useful.
Nothing walks away!
How about taunting the demon?
Bring it here! Try me!
One success. He has 32 attack bonus, so I would need an armor class of 52. It's not actually impossible by any means. .52 armor class on demand. But that does mean someone else has to do the actual killing part.
Attack!
His armor class isn't very good. I hit with a 32.
Bring it here! Try me!
Fuck. Got a decent hit with that taunt, but not a great one. Should still be easier to hit. He's gonna cast, I might as well go full on defensive. Points of life. So what did we do? Nari blood. So now we can block the holes. Then what? We still need mithril somewhere. Still have a locked door in the upper levels. That's probably where the Dark Elf's brother is. Patch it. You take the rocks one by one and patch the hole. After a while you don't feel any wind coming out of it. I don't recall where the other holes are. That's one. I think we blocked one here. Okay, we can allow the wind to go in or be blocked, so it's not a one-way pass. Probably need to get the correct set, basically have the wind blow in the correct place. Take the torch and ignite it with fire. You take the torch from the rack and ignite it with the fire. You take few seconds to admire this strange fire burning the torch in an unusual way. It doesn't take a Duergar genius to understand that this fire holds special power and special care should be taken, or the fire could vanish easily, so we need to block the winds or we can't take the fire somewhere. How bad is this? We need kills quickly, like super quickly. Just bring them down. They're slow. I can't have a torch. No, where do we need to take the torch? forge or what? Ooh. So every statue that we've ever encountered is now a gigantic monstrosity out to kill us. I'm looking at my options. Maybe this would have blown blown the fire out. Now if we go past this, it will blow the fire out. Okay, now it all makes sense to me. But no, actually it doesn't. Why can we unblock the sources of wind? Because if the only thing is to get the fire to a target, it wouldn't make much sense. I mean, it's unnecessary. Let's first try to figure out where we need to go. So, this boulder is a clue. We need to go here.
Rip you to shreds!
There's a lightning door. I think the forge is the goal.
Rip you to shreds!
I ever used a rope. Okay, so the theory I suppose is we bring the fire here, maybe that block there will be removed and we'll get to the stairs up. Why are there Duergar fighters there? Why haven't I? Because we have to come there from the... Okay. I see how it has to be. That's the goal where we're trying to get. That's where the prison is. Hopefully it also has more information about this. We do want to forge our little weapon, but that means we need to loot a little somewhere. Also, I'm not quite sure what else. Yeah, the demon blood, sure, but in addition to that, there was something else. Item drop. Could I take the item, please? No, because that's not how it works. It's uses an inventory slot. You have to have that slot available in your inventory, otherwise you can't feed. It first puts it in the inventory, then in the hand. So even though it doesn't make any sense from a real life perspective, that's how it works. So, what is this shit? Let's drop this somewhere else. This is tips for something that happened in previous chapters. Morbin Shield. Okay, this should allow us to get the room necessary. How about now? Can I take it in hand now? Cool. No, it doesn't come from here, it comes from this, I think. There's a hole here. You ignite the forge with Duergar Eternal Fire. Again, you feel strange power to it. Our forge lives again. I. Matt Hammer Ars Orb. Given by the ghost of Matt Merhammer, this orb seems very powerful, but you have no idea what it was made for. Oh shit. really need to... We still need mithril no matter what we do. You lit the forge with the Duergar eternal fire. Now, according to the book, you need to find the essence of mithril. Yeah, that's the big problem. I have no fucking clue how to do it. Is, is this essence of mithril? Seems Matt Hammer's ore, but I don't know where we could use it. The only option really is the alchemy bench, I think. I mean, we had the demon blood, it had to be combined with something. Now we have something, and something needs to be done. The problem with this is that I have to say something quite a bit too many times because I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, maybe the orb fits here. The orb fits perfectly. I think I triggered something. So it's a power orb, something like that. Some kind of experiment using two ingredients. Since your Duergar is not very good, you don't really understand the entire recipe. Still can recognize the words mithril and tanari. We don't have the mithril, we have the tanari. Universal words used in every language. There is also a drawing that seems to refer to the alchemist apparatus beside the tome, and some kind of power one must use in order to complete the concoction. I think we now have the power orb. It looks like an aura one can unleash on himself that will affect that's what's around him. I just feel I'm missing something vital. I suppose it's theoretically possible that I have the essence already, but for the life of me, I don't recall anything of the sort. There was the smithy in the Drider caverns, but everything else has been provided by this place. So I'm sort of doubtful that the Drider caverns would somehow be the place that's absolutely mandatory to do this. That seems very odd. I mean, surely the whole process should be available using resources available in this place. Problem being though, I don't have it. Essence of mithril. It's not necessarily quite the same thing. I think we might have gotten a staff from there. Elemental resistance? Hmm. Empty thieves. What bothers me the most is I don't know if I should try to go somewhere else to look for a solution or not. Have I just missed something? There's the obvious locked door here, and then there's the force field door. Those are our options. I would imagine force field doors you can maybe pass through by accessing the forge, completing some kind of a weapon there. Probably doesn't matter what type of it is. Just enchant a weapon. And it's done through dialogue, so it's not like I have to actively do something. I just have to have all the pieces in my inventory and all the knowledge. Apparently I don't have it, so it just isn't an option. And understand. I wonder if it's intelligence or lore related. It could be that you can't understand no matter what, but I doubt that. I mean, Duergar might be a little bit an esoteric language or information that you wouldn't commonly have that available, but it's nothing extraordinary. Surely a scholar of some sort would have access to that. Well, there's the dagger and the bone. Huh. The bone is... that's very strange. Oh. Well, problem solved. Don't recall getting that key, by the way. Bone Guardian.
Nothing walks away!
It's my shield.
Hold this spot! Don't leave it! Yeah! Yeah! Attack! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
The only thing we're really missing is the essence of mithril.
Feel that!
Feel the what? Still, this looks like a torture chamber. I don't see why a sense of mithril would be here. Ooh. Orc scouts. Hi, Chief. Thanks for saving us. Get your fat ass out of there on the double. Understood, Chief. And remember to take your weapons back to Trollface. Guys, time to go back to the camp. Right. How about you?
Rip you to shreds!
Hopefully he can provide at least some information. this didn't really help us in the path of making the weapon.
What do you want?
No, surfacer, you must be a friend of these creatures in the other cell. You're Elia's brother, right? I'm here to save you. Your sister is waiting for you in our camp. And who are you? How do I know this is not a trap from Hira? I killed the bitch. I made a deal with your sister. I save you and she will help me in return. I guess I have no choice but to trust you. If Elia is safe, will you lead me to her? Or this didn't really help us. Maybe I can ask him more about things?
What do you want?
Greetings and well met.
Elia and Epric are talking to each other in Drow language. Thank you for saving my brother. Now we will help you avenge yours. Bargrak here told me everything. He is also telling me about this Hallows. Very interesting god. What about our deal? You respected your part of the deal. I will respect mine. On the northwestern part of the cavern, there's a small river. This river leads to a tunnel that can be used to reach a river pass. Near this river pass is a cave that belongs to a beholder. It is a very dangerous cave, but one strong warrior could sneak in it without too much trouble. Inside this cave is a tunnel leading down below the chasm. Using the tunnel, you will be able to lead your army south without being noticed. Any questions? Tell me more about this beholder. The beholder is very old and powerful. He's been in that cave for many years. He doesn't go out very often, I heard, but when he does, only few people cross his path and live to tell the tale. If you intend to meet him, I suggest you bring magical protection. Tell me more about the cave and the tunnel. Getting there should be very easy. Once inside the cave though, the only real threat is the beholder himself. You should not have any troubles with his pets. The tunnel leading down should be easy to identify. Do you know anything about the forge I found?
Met.
Yeah, this didn't really change anything. Going to turn into an essence of mithril somehow. Without that, there's really no point going back to the Duergar ruin. Problem is it the Duergar ruin that has the thing we need, or is it someplace else? For saving her brother and respecting your part of the deal, Elia has made a wise decision and gave you the information you needed. On the northwestern part of the cavern there is a small river. This river leads to a tunnel that you can use to reach the river pass. Near this pass is a cave that belongs to a beholder. Inside the cave should be a tunnel leading to the south without being noticed. You need to find the essence of mithril. Yeah, that's the problem. I would assume it's in the ruin. I want to go and kill the Drider Smith though. Because it's an why even have a Smith? Drider Smith there, a forge. Well, why have that at all? Problem being the game crashed here the last time, so I suppose I've been avoiding it because of that. Two, because I didn't see it drop anything even if though we killed it, so I don't think it'll really be a solution to our particular problem.
Nothing walks away! Yeah!
Feel free to actually fight. This was Deep Gnome City, I think. So, not sure if there would even be mithril here. It's not impossible. I need to read the book about the details of the Duergar ruin. I might have overlooked something. I can think of one thing, at least potentially. There was mention of a god of the Duergar whose name had to be spoken or something like that. Maybe I can get through the force field through invoking that. That's at least a possibility.
Nothing walks away!
Yeah, Smith. Drider Smith. Why is there a Drider Smith here instead of just another soldier or a guard? There's definitely nothing dropped, so I don't think it's in any way relevant. It's just a Smith for no particular reason. A couple of combat dummies. So it's more like a armor shop for all practical purposes. I think the solution has to be with the Duergar themselves.
Nothing walks away!
Also, more careful reading of the notes. So it's not like we're out of options, but there's the bucket.
What do you want?
What do I want? That's actually a good question. Use more healers kits. Could I use something else? I don't think so. It doesn't have even anything remotely interesting as far as magics are concerned. Right. Solution has to be all here. Something I've missed. I don't think it's anything here, but at the same time, if I missed it, naturally I would not think that. There aren't that many places of interest, so it's not like I'm gonna waste a huge amount of time by going through this again. Like, there's no containers here at all. It's more or less just a minor camp with the entrance, so it's all here. All the pieces needed are here. Let's start with the book. That's the first clue we ever got. Okay, altar inside this ruin called the Altar of Magmer Hammer. And beside this altar is an anvil of great power. We've both found all that. Also mentions that Magmer Hammer was a smith and a powerful priest that could call upon the powers of his god to help him in his work. All he needed was a weapon, magical substance called the essence of mithril, and the fire from the eternal Duergar fire. By praying his god, he could give great power to a weapon. So I think the alchemical concoction creates the essence of mithril. But what is... it's demon blood and something else. We've used the forge. We have the weapon. We need to pray to his god, but only after we have the essence of mithril. So it's all about the concoction. We need to figure out the concoction part. It doesn't need an essence, mithril essence. It is the mithril essence. But how do you do it? No, it's not actually. It says Tanari and mithril. The description on the book. So that's where I got the mithril part. But that doesn't make sense according to this. What is the concoction for then? It could be something totally unrelated, I suppose. But that's unlikely. Okay, there's no force field here anymore. When did that particular thing happen? Because we used a power orb, right? So this has to be where the mithril is. Or whatever we're missing.
Hold this spot! Nothing walks away!
We need protection from a lot of evil, nasty things. So wrong amulet for this situation. I think this should have been done in a different way. The location for the pedestal for the orb should have been closer to the force-built door, or at the very least somewhere besides the where the alchemy apparatus and that is, because the association is immediately that it's somehow tied to the concoction, while it's totally unrelated. Mithril Golem, well, orcs are gonna be raped there pretty badly, but I'm not sure I can do anything about that. Right. What can I do? I could send them home, but I don't particularly want to do that. I could put stone skins on them, but I don't particularly want to do that either. Bark skins, I suppose, are cheap enough. No, don't do that. I can take extra armor class. I doubt they're gonna level drain me, the golems. Or rather, poison me. Okay. Is she on the road? Iron Golem has poison breath. I need kills as quickly as possible. Definitely not defending against shit. Mithril Golem basically takes no physical damage, just takes the elemental damage. So we need to kill everything else fairly quickly while having him attack me. Save his ass. He's not giving up on Crush Haroom. Also don't particularly want to interrupt him, so do a couple of heals from this, and then we'll join in on the fun. Mithril. Right, now we should have everything needed for the essence mithril. This could be the most important item we've ever gotten so far. Well, second most important. Immunity from mind affecting. The problem with that is also that we have a potion against it, but it lasts for a very little time and absolutely has to be taken before any kind of effect lands on you, otherwise it's too late. Duergar studded leather. Isn't bad, but I don't have room for this shit. Okay, do I even have the lower potions anymore? No. The equipment there is nice, but also at the same time something I'm not even remotely interested in wearing. So it requires something else. It's blood, the demon blood, the mithril, and then something else. Something I need to do. I'm thinking it more probably is actually turn undead. It could be, or something like that, or protection from evil. Because the smith was a cleric, so it would be a clerical ability then. In order to complete the concoction, it looks like an aura one can unleash from himself that will affect what's around him. No, not exactly. It would like we have anything to lose. Send some. I suppose I was thinking about that the wrong way in the first place. It shouldn't be necessarily what that smith could do, but from a sort of made-up perspective, what could a blackguard do? Pour the essence of mithril on it. You pour the essence of mithril on the anvil. The magical substance covers the markings on the anvil, making the surface perfectly flat. There is a strange magical aura emanating from it now. What do you do next? Put darkness on the anvil. Why would I do that? It's your sword. I was thinking about this fucking spell. You put the weapon on that. The power of destruction has awakened my animal. Could it be that once more my great tallow You send a prayer to Talos and ask him for the means to accomplish his will. After a while he hears you. Magmer Hammer appears once again. The Storm Lord has commanded me to return again. Another weapon. More powerful. Bound to destruction. Made for a Blackguard. I will obey the Storm Lord. There. Another masterpiece. Take it, O servant of destruction. Item drop. Yay! I wish I could spend more time with this Magmer Hammer. Look what he did. I remember the smith who made me had given his heart in sacrifice. Actually, he had no other purpose but to die for me. But I never thought an undead smith could do this. I'm simply unequaled. Pick also knows that from now on, I can shapeshift into other kinds of weapons. I've always wondered what it's like to crack a skull as an axe. Let's try another shape. Bastard sword. Let him drop. Yay! I still need the space. Ah, shit. And it's longsword. Now there's another darkness there. For fuck's sakes. Versus good extra damage, acid damage +4. Right. Now it's a bastard sword, so we're in a bit of a better position to use it. There's another darkness bastard sword. It's the same. So we can basically duplicate items using this. Huh. Dual wield bastard swords. Can ditch the Duergar book at this point. Attack 30, 25, 20, 15. So yeah, that's quite good. The weapon specialization makes a significant difference in the attack bonus. +2 from the... no, I think it's +1 from the enchantment. So huge success. A little bit of a floundering, because no idea what to do. Yeah, I think as an improvement, just move the orb receptacle to somewhere else. If it controls the force field, have it near the force field. I mean, why not? It's sort of the immediate implication would be that you need to do something with the pedestal to get through the door. Now it's potentially something to do with the concoction you need to create, while it has nothing to do with the concoction you need to create. I'll do some selling of our extra excess crap and leave things there. We'll go after the beholder next. Not sure if I want to keep the sidekicks with us. I can't deny that they're useful. Very useful. Ends up saving a lot of time having them with us to finish some targets, but they're also a little bit of a bother. At the same time, I'll hold on to them. What the fuck am I saving the resources for? They're here to allow me to do things more conveniently. That's why the orcs are with me too. So you have the tendency of sort of just storing all the crap for future uses, and honestly, the future uses in most cases are never gonna come. I've already forgotten some of the items without a doubt that I have in my inventory. I'll never use them unless I recheck the inventory once in a while.
What do you want?
So here's the problem. Okay, we can duplicate 14,000 gold on demand. Just need to mess up the inventory a bit. We're not doing this for money this time, we're doing this to create inventory space. Potion of Iron God, we're gonna use it. Endurance 8, no, I don't actually like the 8 either, so let's get rid of those. Fox's Cunning, get break. Owl's Wisdom. We do want to buy extra potions. Keys are the problem, because I never know. Yeah, you wonder what it opens. Yeah, thanks a lot. It's just taking inventory space. I have no idea. Am I ever going to use that? Probably not, but here's the fun part. Imagine that there is a use for it later. You're fucked. You're so fucking fucked you don't even know what to do with yourself. Bardic Knowledge, Lore plus 20. Use Magic Device plus 10. That would be honestly useful, because it will allow us to use equipment I currently can. And plus 20 Lore, it's much more than a Lore potion provides. Uses Identify Legend Lore. So I'll hold on to this. This is weird. This is something that basically seems to be created for this module, which means there might be a need for some excessive amount of lore. Actually, it might have been that you could read the rune pillar maybe with that massive amount of lore. Legend lore plus 20 lore, so it'll all stack up. I'll hold on to this because I suspect there might be a use for it. Yeah, I'm done ditching this shit. There are other items we haven't identified yet. Ghoul Touch, never gonna use. Never ever in a million years. Damage is something I might use. Fire Resistance Amulet, unlikely to use. Stone of Duergar. Duergar has always been very protective about his Duergars. The stone was a gift to his faithful Duergar priests for centuries of devotion. Elemental Shield, Stone Skin, 12 charges, and 1 charge per use for both skills. So that's 12 Stone Skins basically. Very useful. Well, I don't think I'll use a lot of these, but at the same time I can't say I wouldn't use them. I'll ditch the Wand of Negative Energy at this point though. Charisma +2. It's useful, but I don't give a shit. There's a Ring of Power, same deal. Eagle Splendor. These would also all be saving throw increases, but so they're not by any means worthless. Controlling of lesser air elementals. Like Lair. Little Giant Strength, better. Big Beast Club, totally forgot about this. This is amazing. Hand of Yartar reward. Horn of Blasting, yep. Cannot sell plot items. Bomb? Truck, I don't know where it would be used. I do recall that we've had that for a long time though. So that makes me wonder even more, where the fuck would that ever be used? I think it was used a long time ago. What is this? For it wielding single use. Spell resistance, nothing else. Token wards. Some of these are basically clearly just saving for other people. I doubt I'll ever use normal arrows, I have not magical arrows. Okay, let's look at our spells critically. What am I going to use? If I don't see myself even in desperate situations really using them, they're out. We have a lot of potions, we don't need to scroll. Ring of Magical Warding, Cloak of Invulnerability, 2 uses per day. Immunity to Death Magic, saving throw will spell resistance 18. Holy shit, this is a good ring. Oh. I'm fully admitting that some of these are very unlikely to ever be used, but that doesn't mean I'll never use them. I'd rather have them at that point and not need them. This ring, fantastic. Saving throws regen. Well, this is only used for regeneration. The deflection bonus is, I suppose, okay, but we already have it in that cloak. This, on the other hand, Cloak of Invulnerability is 2 times per day. Saving throws, spell resistance 18, death magic immunity. So, I think that's better. Spell Battle has the free dispel casting, that's why I'm holding on to these. Partner's Ring, useful, but it's a ring, doesn't take much space. I want to keep the Death Magic Immunity belt because at some point a certain set of rings might be more useful than belt, but you never know. Right. Doesn't look great, but at least there's a little bit of room for item switching and the like, so it's an improved situation. Wait, I was looking for certain potions. I don't think we have any bark skin at the moment. And should ooh. 10 should suffice. We have 11. A lot of heals. Actually, I'd like more potions of strength. I only have one spell per day for this. I would generally like to have the strength buff on me. Haste we have as a standard. We don't need the potions anymore. Don't think any of this rest of crap will help me in any way. Potion of clarity would though. Didn't get our mind affecting immunity, so need to rely on potions. These are not that common of a loot item either. Potions of clarity, 2 different types. Same with the blaze. Want to have the full 10. I think that's it. Could buy some endurance potions, I guess. No harm in that. I don't want to rely on random loot drops to keep us stuck. I mean, I have 200,000 gold and nothing to do with that money, so trying to save money by not buying vital potions seems incredibly stupid. Right. Beholder lair awaits. River path.